In the decades of football history, one position stood as the epitome of defensive resolve, the fullback. They were the warriors at the back line, guardians of their team fortress. But oh, how times have changed. The art of the fullback in football is becoming a lost art that has been pivotal in a team's way of winning. To truly comprehend the gravity of this shift, let's examine some compelling statistics. According to data from the past decade, the average number of tackles per game by fullbacks has decreased by a staggering 30%. In contrast, their offensive contributions have risen exponentially, with an increase of 45% in successful crosses. These figures paint a vivid picture of a changing landscape in football. Today's fullbacks have ventured forward, abandoning their defensive duties for personal glory and attacking exploits. Let's consider some notable examples. Take the case of Ashley Cole, a legendary fullback from not long ago. Throughout his illustrious career, Cole amassed a staggering 1,270 tackles, making him a formidable wall of defense. Meanwhile, his modern counterpart, let's say Andrew Robertson, may possess an exceptional attacking flair, but his tackle counts fall short at just 870. And to counter this argument, you can say that Robertson's career has not concluded yet. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you spend most of your time up top on the pitch, you have a lesser chance of defending, hence fewer tackles overall. The rise of attacking fullbacks such as Jordi Alba and Kyle Walker showcases this transformation. They are celebrated for making runs down the flanks, delivering inch-perfect crosses, and even chipping in with vital goals once in a while. However, their defensive acumen often pales compared to the defenders of the past. As the game evolves, so do the expectations placed upon fullbacks. Their once singular role as guardians of the defense has morphed into a multifaceted responsibility, blurring the lines between attack and defense. While the modern fullback's contributions cannot be denied, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? Are we sacrificing the art of defending for the sake of dazzling attacking displays? Let's take a trip down memory lane, back to the era of Paolo Maldini and Cafu. These fullbacks were like warriors on the field, fierce defenders whose sole purpose was to destroy any attacking threat that dared approach their side on the pitch. Theirs was a selfless duty, a commitment to defensive excellence, and they took great pride in it. Fullbacks were the bedrock upon which championship teams were built, the silent sentinels watching over the goal like guardians of a sacred temple. Paolo Maldini, the epitome of defensive prowess, showcased remarkable consistency and incredible tactical intelligence. With a staggering 643 clean sheets, Maldini exemplified the dedication to shutting down opposing attacks, making it a proper art form. And no, Maldini for most of his career was played as a fullback, so I am going to consider him as a fullback as my primary example. I hope I don't get any comments saying he was primarily a center back, because that's
fake news.
The same thing applies to the South American. Cafu is regarded as the best right back ever, known for his exceptional defensive abilities and overall impact on the game. Despite his attacking prowess, Cafu never neglected his defensive duties. He possessed remarkable defensive instincts, reading the game superbly and making crucial interceptions and tackles when it mattered the most. The Brazilian dynamo Cafu uniquely blended defensive solidity and some attacking flair. He showcased his versatility by providing 62 career assists while maintaining defensive discipline. Cafu embodied the transition between the traditional fullback and the evolving role of the modern era. In contrast, let's examine the responsibilities of modern fullbacks. Fast forward to the present, where fullbacks have become an entirely different breed. As the game evolved, so did the role of the fullback. Now, the modern game demands more from them. They are expected to defend, support the attack, and possess the stamina of marathon runners. It's a monumental task. Fullbacks began to venture forward, crossing the halfway line, displaying flair and contributing to goals. Marcelo, Dani Alves, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, just to name a few, embraced this new dimension of the game. Take, for instance, the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, a rising star known for his attacking abilities. Alexander-Arnold has notched an impressive 24 assists over the past 2 seasons. However, we see a stark contrast when we analyze their defensive statistics. The tackle success rate of these modern fullbacks falls significantly short of the standards set by Maldini and Cafu. Their focus on attacking responsibilities often leaves them vulnerable to quick counterattacks, compromising the defensive stability of their teams. The fullback role has evolved with modern-day expectations, demanding a blend of offensive and defensive abilities. While the attacking contributions of these players cannot be denied, it is important to acknowledge the trade-offs that come with this shift. The traditional fullbacks of the past were specialists and masters of defense who honed their craft with utmost dedication. Their singular focus allowed them to become the guardians of the defensive line, easily shutting down opponents. In the modern game, however, the fullback has become a hybrid position, requiring players to contribute in attack while still fulfilling their defensive responsibilities. This has led to a transformation in the way fullbacks are perceived and the expectations placed upon them. The world witnessed the rise of a new breed of fullbacks, skilled in both defense and attack. Yet, in their pursuit of versatility, have they lost the essence of their ancestral art? The more they roamed, the more vulnerable they became. It was as if they traded their shields for swords, leaving the castle unprotected and exposed to enemy counterattacks. But why has this shift occurred? Is it the thirst for personal glory, the allure of fame, or the ever-changing demands of modern football? Whatever the reason, the truth remains: the pure, unadulterated art of the fullback is fading away. While the traditional role of the fullback may be changing, we must appreciate the skill and adaptability displayed by today's players. They have embraced the challenges of a dynamic game and added a new dimension to their position. So, whether you yearn for the uncompromising defense of the past or appreciate the modern fullback's attacking flair, let us celebrate the evolution of the game we love. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.